So hello, this is my first ever video that I'm putting up regarding makeup tutorials. This is introductory level, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell you what it is you need to start off with. You won't need a lot, but you will need to get this stuff in advance. So just in case you haven't got it, which you probably haven't, this is what you're going to need. So first of all, you need some foundation pressed, well, not foundation, pressed powder. Okay, I buy this stuff. Okay, just get that in focus. Right, it's pressed powder. I buy this stuff from Poundland. It's nothing fancy. Okay, that's what you need. Okay, to apply it, you will need some soft pads. If you can get fabric ones with a soft foam filled inner, that'll be great. Try not to use the pad, any sponges that are made out of like latex or anything, because they, to be honest, I don't think they're good. If they work for you, go for it, that's fine, but that's just my personal opinion. Foundation, I use this stuff. Different people pronounce it different ways, but I pronounce it fairer. You can pronounce it Fera, Fuera, or however. Okay, this stuff is brilliant because you can use regular foundation, you know, this stuff. Okay, this is all right if you need to start off with. Again, this stuff's available in Poundland, so yeah, it's £1. You're not going to lose anything. Or if you're not from the UK, you might need to get other stuff, but that's fine. You know, you might not have Poundlands wherever you are, but you don't need anything fancy. Best way to get the right tone for your skin, is what people say, is on the back of your hand, make sure it isn't tanned first, but like a different shade from your regular skin on your face, is get some foundation, smear it on your hand, blend it in, and whichever matches and blends in the best, that's the one you go for. Okay, but once you get used to it, then trust me, because this stuff, what you'll find is when you put it on, regular stuff, if it dries and you find that you've got a smudge or a blemish, you need to put more on. The new stuff kind of leaves a streak, a darker streak of where your fingers moved across, and unfortunately it just messes everything up and you have to start all over again, which is a pain. Okay, so that first. Okay, then you press powder, which I mentioned just a moment ago, with the sponge. To put this on, people say, oh, you need this. No, you must use that. No, you've got to use this to apply it on. No, do you know what I use? What's just holding up? Fingers. Honestly. If you want to use something else, that's fine, but I just use fingers, honestly. When you see my lesson on how to put these on, you'll understand, okay? Awesome. So, foundation, powder. Then, once you've done that, the next thing you're going to need is you need to do your eyebrows, okay? So, in preparation, if you're okay with this, okay, because I understand that some of you may just want to do makeup, but if you're doing this as full-time life, just tweeze out. Get a pair of tweezers in daylight. Best is daylight, honestly, because if you do it in regular light, you'll find that when you wake up in the morning and you look, you'll see finer hairs and you go, how did I miss those? You will, honestly. They just come out from out of nowhere like ninjas. Evil. So just tweeze them to the shape, the basic shape you want, okay? And then you get eyebrow powder or wax or waxy powder, whatever you want to call it. This stuff is made by Sleek and it's awesome. It lasts for ages. They normally do this one in 2 shades. This one is available from Boots. I'm sorry if I'm plugging, but best to know where you can get it from. This was from Boots, the drugstore chain, and in it you get, very handy, a mirror, and you get 2 waxes. Okay, I use the lighter one, but use whichever one you want to use the most. And you get 2 types of brushes and a pair of tweezers with it, so which is really cool. But whichever one is most affordable and best for you. But like I said, I use this one made by Sleek, and it's just called Eyebrow Wax. Okay, it's just called a brow kit. Okay, it's called brow kit. That's it. If you can see that, there we go. Awesome. You'll notice I'm not doing this thing that some people do in their tutorials, which is like, yeah, what you need to do is use this, and it's really cool. And people go, wow, that was some David Copperfield stuff, yeah? Sleight of hand, yeah. Do you want to do it a bit faster? So, yeah, so what you need to do is put on your face, you need to put this on. There you go. Not helpful, not cool. Okay, so, yeah, so hope you saw that. Okay, that's when you've done your eyebrows. And then, for your eyes, so you do your eyelids. You might want to do a little bit underneath your eyelids, just a fine line. And also, I don't bother with eyeliner. What I use is eyeshadow powder. Okay, don't worry, I will show you how to use all of this. Okay, now this stuff was kindly bought for me. The first ever set was bought for me by my dear friend Sarah. Big wave to Sarah. Sarah B. Mwah. She's awesome. This one is made by Technic, and it's called Matte Eyeshadow. It's from this. It's the smoky range they do, and it's got 6 different shades in there, ranging from very pale to black. And if you're a fan of the Fast Show, black. Black as the grave we go to when we die. They wait for us in the forest. Yes, I'm going off on one, but if you know the Fast Show, you'll get that joke. Okay, so that's the one you need. So, Matte Eyeshadow Range, Smoky by Technic. This is actually available online. Best place to look for is Amazon. So, that's for your eyes. Okay. Now, to apply the rest of the makeup for your eyes, because you do get a brush in there, a small padded brush, but to do the underside of your eyes, I use these tiny little brushes. Okay, they're plastic, but because they're plastic, you can make them last for a long time. And I know they're plastic, so please dispose of them responsibly, and hopefully they'll start making eco-friendly ones soon. Until then, these, and again, from Poundland, or the equivalent for your country, wherever you are. So you'll need these. Okay, that's just to get some a fine line under your eyes. I'll show you all about that next video. Then, excuse me, is you need mascara. So you can get big chunky stuff, which is the Colossal Go Extreme, which a lot of people swear by. It's great. That's good. Also, another one of my favourites. This one's made by Pure, and this one's called Volume Vixen. Okay, normally these are available from, again, these are available from most good drugstores, maybe some evil ones as well, but good ones are still the best ones to try for first. So that one's called Pure. Okay, that's for your eyelashes. Okay, so that's that one. Next, not going to bother with contouring just yet, okay, because even I've not mastered that. Just getting you ready for the basics. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, it'll be fine. For your cheeks, use blusher. And again, this is from Poundland, okay. This is the, now it looks really, really vivid, but as you can see, it's not that bad. It's not like, you don't need to go Coco the Clown, okay. And it's even got a cute little name on the back. So, yeah, Coral Rose. It's pretty. Right, so there's that one. Again, that's from Poundland. May not look a lot. These last for ages. So don't worry about expense at this point, okay? Everything can be got quite reasonably cheap. The most expensive thing I hear, I believe, is my mascara. Okay. Now, also, while we're on the subject of eyes, if you, what most people say is don't get into the eye corners with dark. Okay, you want your eyes to stand out. Okay, so if you get yourself a an eyeshadow stick as white or glossy as possible. This one, as you can see, is quite light. So I just get my face out of the way so you can see it. There you go. And that's to go into the corners of your eyes. But some people will say, if you can, get a white eye stick, you know, like one of those pencils that you see. Instead of black to do your eyeliner, get a white one, and you can do just the inside, just inside where the hairs are on your eyelids. That sounds medieval, and all the ones I've tried, they don't go on easily. The best way I can describe it is it feels like it's been applied with a Brillo pad by someone who doesn't like me very much. But if it works for you, try it. But for now, we're just doing with the basics. Again, lipstick, go with your favourite colour, whichever one you like. Now, some do not look like the colour they are. This one looked like a dirty brown. This one goes on actually like purple. So try it out, see what they look like. Again, on the back of your hand, there's normally always testers. Again, this is from Poundland, but most stockists do a whole range, whether it's your local supermarket, if it's big enough, right up to the big drugstores. Okay, like Boots. Also, there's a lot of friendly places. One place I recommend that will give you some great advice. Very, very trans friendly. Oh, sorry, just have to edit that out in a minute. It says it's reached its maximum limit. Okay, so next thing we're going to need, okay, is a brush. Don't worry about that one. Okay, what you need is one that's got an angle to it. Okay, so that's it, straight on. You notice it's got an angle. It's got a bit of a width to it, but that's how big it is. So you don't need a huge one. That's that one. You need one of these brushes. The other end on that's quite handy, but that's just my set. Whichever set you get is going to be different. So yeah. But just make sure that's the type of size you need. It's about, say, 4 or 5 mil wide. That's it. Okay, and then you need blusher brush. So, and whatever you do, once you've finished using it, as you noticed, you don't need to tap it out, because otherwise you'll be like one of the heroes, sadly, at the beginning of the film The Warriors. Tap that out, get rid of any excess powder. Wasted. So don't, just leave it on. The more the better. Okay, so that's all you need. So just to go over it again then, you will need foundation. So either the cheap stuff that you can get from Poundland. I say cheap in price, but it is good quality. But like I said, it's good to use for a beginner. But once it dries and you make it and you need to add more, you may notice it streaks. So don't fret. But it's good to know that, you know, it's not wasting a lot of money. Okay, so that's your foundation. Or if you want to just go straight in for the good stuff, this stuff, there you go. That's available from, you can get this on Amazon or other websites. Best to get it from a trusted one that you always used. Then next, powder. So get your powder. It's even, and the right way up is always handy. So use that stuff. Okay, pressed powder, whichever way you get it. Like I said, this stuff's from Poundland. It's fab. Okay, then next thing you need eyebrow powder. This one's made by Sleek. Never have guessed by the name on there. Next thing you need after that is your eyeshadow. Okay, that's to do your lids, just onto the underside, and just a bit dark powder on your bottom eyelashes. That one. Next, after you've done that, okay, you need these little applying sponges on sticks. Get some of those wherever you can. They're always handy. If you can't, get a tiny brush like one of these, but better if you can get one of these. Okay, that's just to do a thin line of powder on the underside of your eyelids, the bottom eyelid, that is. That's that one. Again, this brush, okay, that's to do get black, so you dab that into the darkest one you got of your eye shadows, and you darken your bottom eyelids. That's it, your eyelashes on the bottom, that's done. Okay, next are your choice of mascaras, whichever one you want to use. Then next is your blusher, and big chunky brush to do that with, and last of all, lippy. And that's it. Okay, so I hope that helps. That's what you need to start off with. Some people may say, oh no, you need to get this, you need to get... We're just getting started, okay? Don't let anybody put any pressure on you. Don't let anybody tell you about new techniques and blah, 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 blah. If they say, oh, but you need to buy this and you need to buy that. You're just starting out. You don't need a megaton of kit. That's it. Okay, that's all you need to get yourself started off. And also, don't forget one of these sticks, just in case you want to do the inside of your eyes, well, the corners of your eyes. And that's it. So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a bit of advice to keep you going on with. And there we go. So thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll continue this next week. It's the end of the month next week, so hopefully that's payday for a lot of you. If not, then whenever you can get the stuff together, these are going to be on YouTube, so you watch them whenever you want. And there we go. So I hope this all helps. There's all you need for the kit. If you need me to slow down, if I'm going too fast, or you've got any feedback that's nice about it, yeah, I know I'm transgender. Really? Oh my god! Oh my word! Oh, I never knew. Better call the police. No, whatever. Yeah. So yes. If you've got any positive feedback, or, you know, negative, but in a good way, you know, like went too fast or whatever, let me know. That's all you need to get going. And then when you're ready, then we'll go on to the stage 1. This is just preliminary. We'll go on to stage 1, which is putting your makeup on for the first time. So, hope this all helps. And one last thing I would leave you with. When you come back, ready to do the makeup, if for whatever reason you've got facial hair that you want to get rid of, whatever reason, whether it's polycystic ovary syndrome, whether you're a man and want to get rid of it, or whether you're transitioning, or whatever the reason, every other reason in between and outside of those, whatever the reason, make sure you get yourself a decent razor to remove it with. I'm part of the Dollar Shave Club, which is fantastic. It's really good value. It's delivered to your door. You don't have to wait in. It's just posted through, and that's really handy. Do yourself a favour and make sure that you just shave gently. But you may find yourself that you have to shave a few times just to make sure you get your skin completely smooth and get rid of all the hairs that you don't want. Okay, and that's about it. So I hope this all has helped. I hope this all has been good advice, and there may be a little bit of politicising in these, but at the end of the day, I am who I am, and there are people out there who aren't very pleasant, and so I need to raise awareness about the things that people like me and possibly people like you may face and have faced and will face. Humanity has got a long way to go. One of those things it needs to do is stop dehumanizing us, because unfortunately a lot of the language that's used out there, some people say it's terrifying rhetoric that was used against gay and lesbian people a couple of decades ago. Things like they're predators, yeah, or they just pervs who like to dress as women. Yes, thanks. Yeah, judge me because of the actions of some. It's called generalizing. There are other demographics out there that have committed just as many crimes. You don't see me asking for them to be dealt with. No, you judge an individual on their deeds. You don't judge a whole demographic on individuals. Simple as that. Just because one person from a demographic does something doesn't mean everybody else from that demographic is bad. If that were the case, every single human being would have to be locked up from a logical point of view, wouldn't they? Anyway. Love, live, laugh. And if anybody tries to hurt you, then there will be certain things that I can advise on there as well. Don't remain silent. Report it. Because, and I'm not quoting a film, this is all serious. First comes hate speech. From mockery comes hate. Hate goes to anger, and anger leads to physical bad news. And I don't want to see any of you go through it, whatever the reason. Okay? And on the flip side, just because there are people out there who mean us harm, please don't post pictures of yourself with baseball bats saying that hate mongers need to be damaged in any way. It doesn't help our cause. I know you feel anger. I know you feel hate, and I know it. I felt that anger too. But don't post the pictures, because all that will happen is, and I've seen this, the hate mongers will make a montage of it and say, here is your 100% concrete proof that everyone who is trans is a danger. So anyway, I hope I've not ranted on too much. And back to the makeup thing, I hope it all helps. So I wish you all the happy Friday, or whatever day you're watching this on. It just happens to be Friday now. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend or a lovely day planned. And love, live, laugh. You're all awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Whoever you are, wherever you are, however you are, there's only one way of living, and that's yours. And if anybody tries to tell you, as has happened with me, that you have that you're trans, and if people say that you've done it wrong, you're not really trans, you didn't do this. There are a lot of groups out there who will tell you that this behaviour is damaging and wrong. And just be yourself. Be true. But be good. Please don't give in to hate. I know I'm doing the same thing, and I'm really having to fight against it. I'm really having to deal with it. But don't give in. It's all good. Okay? So you all take care. Have a wonderful time. And when you've got all your stuff ready, then I'll do another one, just like this. And then we can start mucking about with makeup and getting you looking how you want to be. And remember, the following videos that I'm going to do about makeup are just guidelines. If you find that you want to do your stuff a different way, that only one of my techniques works, if you like all of the techniques but want to tweak them, do it. Because it's got to work for you. This is not a rules. list. This is a guidelines list, okay? So you all take care. You all be awesome. Fuss your pets. Watch films. Read books. And have a good time. Love you all lots. Talk to you soon. Bye. Mwah. Switching off now.